Hey guys, I'm Crystal, a CPA and co-founder at Life Accounting, where we help you to save taxes and increase your wealth. Today, I'm going to help all of my female entrepreneurs to accomplish this by going over the best business grants available for women. If you are a woman and own your own business, or if you're a woman who aspires to own your own business, then please make sure to stay tuned for this entire video so you can learn more about business grants you can apply for as a female entrepreneur, resources where you can find grants, and tips on getting awarded a grant. I am so excited to dive into this video and help my fellow female entrepreneurs with funding their businesses. But before I do, and to ensure you don't miss out on another video on saving and making money, then be sure to subscribe to our channel. To get started here, let's define what a grant is, just to make sure we're on the same page. A grant is an amount of money given for a specific purpose. And if those funds are used for that specific purpose, the grant typically does not have to be paid back. For the most part, grant money is either given by the government or other organizations such as nonprofit organizations or for-profit companies. This is really important to know because government grants tend to be more competitive than grants from other organizations. Most people don't know that you can actually receive grants from non-government sources and have a better chance of receiving a grant from a nonprofit organization, for example. What's even better is that the government frequently provides funding to nonprofit organizations who then provide grants to small business owners. For example, the Small Business Administration, or SBA, which is a federal government agency, recently awarded $2.7 million to 14 different women's organizations in 13 states. And their mission was to establish or continue innovative projects that aim to improve service delivery, training, and support provided to women-owned businesses impacted by COVID-19. The government knows the growth and development of women-owned businesses are needed in order for the economy to thrive. So they provide funds to organizations for those organizations to then provide funds to women-owned businesses. If you want to learn more about how to get access to the $2.7 million provided by the SBA to local women's business centers, check out the link in the description below. Now, as a female entrepreneur, you have a unique opportunity because you can apply for grants specifically geared towards women. This means that there is way less other people applying for those grants, which increases your chances of being rewarded one. So even government grants for women are much more appealing and easier to receive than non-women government grants. Just think about it for a second. A grant for small businesses in general will have way more applications than a grant for just women businesses. Which brings me to the first grant for women entrepreneurs, and that is the Amber Grant. The Amber Grant awards $10,000 every month to a woman-owned business. This grant was started in 1998 after a young lady named Amber passed away before she could reach her business goals. For this grant, it is important to have a story behind your business and a real passion for what you do, because as you can tell, they certainly have a story behind their mission. For this grant, you can have an already established business or just starting out. You'll see when you open their application, it's pretty straightforward and asks for very basic information, like your name, email, and an overview of your business and what you plan on using the grant for. The next grant for women is the SoGal Black Founder Startup Grant. As the name suggests, this grant is for Black female entrepreneurs. SoGal is a venture capital firm that seeks to provide investor financing to diverse entrepreneurs and investors. They seek to bridge the funding gap between women and other demographic groups. According to them, Black female entrepreneurs receive less than 0.5% of venture capital funding, and they are here to change that. The grant amount ranges, but from what I can tell on their website, it's anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000. Similar to the Amber Grant, the application is very straightforward, but they do want you to have a business website so they can learn more about your business. The third business grant for women I want to talk about is the IFundWomen Grants. Their mission is to close the funding gap for women-owned businesses as well. They cite that women are starting businesses 4.8 times faster than the national average, but are also least likely to receive funding, and they wish to change that. As you can see, their website offers multiple business grants for women at any one time, which gives you more opportunities to find and receive grants. They work with a number of business partners to offer these grants to female entrepreneurs, and so the award amounts vary depending on the sponsor. Most of their grant applications here take 5 to 10 minutes to complete. The fourth grant for women is the Cartier Women's Initiative Award. Their mission is to empower women entrepreneurs from all over the world. So this grant is available to female entrepreneurs in any country. They award 21 female entrepreneurs with awards ranging from $30,000 to $100,000. Even better, 7 out of the 21 winners will also receive mentoring and one-on-one business coaching. The 21 winners are announced once per year, so for this grant, it is important to be mindful of the deadlines, or you may have to wait until the next year to apply. Now, these are just 4 of the many grants available for women. I tried to provide grants that most of you will fall into, but depending on your industry and location, there could be a lot more grants available. For example, if you are in the fashion, music, or art industries, there is a grant called the Girl Boss Foundation Grant, specifically for female entrepreneurs in these industries. Or there's also the Halstead Grant for female entrepreneurs in the jewelry industry. A good website to check out for a lot of different female-based grants is grantsforwomen.org. Now, to be honest, their website is not really user-friendly, but I will link the exact page you can find available grants for women. But basically, grantsforwomen.org is a database of grant opportunities for women across industries. It's definitely worth checking out. So as I mentioned before, grants from nonprofits and other organizations are traditionally less competitive than federal and state grants. But I do want to give you some resources to find and apply to these grants as well, because after all, you have nothing to lose when applying for free money. The first place I'd recommend finding federal grants is the SBA. The SBA is a federal agency that is dedicated to providing resources to small businesses. If you go to their website, SBA.gov, you'll see they have a whole section for funding programs. Here you'll see grants and loans available to small businesses, including popular ones like the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP, and the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, or EIDL. They also have a number of other grants available. Browse here and see which grants you qualify for and apply. Now, if you're looking for state grants, a great place to start is your state's Department of Economic Development. You can do this by Googling your state and then Department of Economic Development grants. When I do this for Georgia, the very first link takes me directly to the page of the available grants and loans available for small businesses. Follow this same process for your state, and you should be able to find similar grants in your state. Also, feel free to call your state's Department of Economic Development's office to answer your questions or possibly learn more about how to get approved for the grants available. At the end of the day, these people are here to help you. You just need to take initiative and find the information, then reach out. All right, before you get out there and start applying for grants, there are a few things you should have in place first. And the first being, you need to have a legitimate business. And what I mean is, even if you're starting out, make sure that your business is registered with the state. It could be an LLC, C Corp, S Corp, or a nonprofit. Whatever it is, it needs to be legitimate and on paper. Second, go ahead and get your business EIN free from the IRS website and open a business checking account if you don't have one already. In most cases, a grant application is not going to ask for your EIN or business checking account information, but if you are awarded funds, that's when they would request this information. It's best for you and your business if the grant income is received under the business name. This will avoid tax issues later on. Third, make sure your personal and business tax returns are up to date and complete. Some grant sponsors will want to know the financial standing of you and your business. So make sure your tax returns are completed for the most recent tax year. Fourth, get a business website, email address, and phone number. A lot of these grant sponsors want to look into your business, and one way is by checking out your website or calling your business for more information. Having all of these items in place legitimizes your business and makes it easier for organizations to give you a business grant. And don't worry, all of these things can happen within a reasonable time frame. You just need to sit down and do it. Fifth, think about your business story. Why did you get started? Who are you serving? What is your mission? Organizations will want to understand your business purpose and the passion you have for it. So it is a good idea to already have a little founder story in place. And lastly, think about how you would intend to use a grant awarded to you. In almost every application, the sponsor asks, what are your plans for the grant funds? Is it to hire a team, buy supplies or inventory, or open a physical location? The grant shouldn't just be a way to pay you as the owner, but instead a business purpose tied to fulfill your mission. That's all I have for today's video. Please be sure to give this video a like and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.